trying to be a star a little more than on blue. But yeah, getting ready to go live here. This is the grand final. Maybe we'll throw a link in there if you guys want to look, go and look at the posters again that we talked about earlier. Those are still up for sale. They look really good. If you don't know who Uber Chain is by this point, I mean, who the hell's wrong with you? What's going on? Yeah, but she made a lovely, lovely poster. They are for sale on the EVL website. Something to look at, maybe in between maps.
Maybe up on your wall, you know?
Pull it up in the background, maybe. Yeah, exactly. But here we are. We're live. Do you want to talk us through the first encounter, Alice?
First encounter. Yes, here we go. Vanny already taking that high ground. Goldfish sort of being juggled here back and forth. Gets sort of nipped away there. He's down to maybe about 50. Bopper's trying to do his best to keep him alive, and they actually decide to regroup. Goldfish actually showing some prescience right here, so while Team Vanny does get the cap, it does look like Goldfish is going to jump up there, maybe force him off the point, and maybe even get the frag onto Vanny. That sort of first entrance frag does go here to Bopfish. Shout out to Bopper for hitting a really nice crossbow on Nursey right there. Drops down to about 70 health, pops up in the air, and boom! There it goes.
Boom. Tough actin, tenactin. Well, that was really impressive. I liked, you know, I got the feeling out of Vanny that just popping out so aggressively. Oh, and he takes out.
Ooh,
wow.
Bopper.
Nursey with a follow-up kill. Here we go. We have meds. Can't interrupt this. Oh. And Nursey now up to 50% with the little Uber Saw shenanigans. Vanny rolled out really aggressively and real quick. It was like a race to mid, but oh wow, taking out Goldfish there. Goldfish showing really good play as well.
Is that a question mark? No, I agree. Goldfish has been doing a lot better, I believe, in his encounters. Oh, a nice exchange going on there in mid-air, both getting nice rockets on each other, Goldfish and Vanny. Bopper's gonna be moving up with his medic and sort of using the point to his advantage, being shielded from some of this flash damage here. And Vanny's just gonna take the point, get popped up to the air. Goldfish tries to go for something, and finally Uber does get forced out, and Goldfish does get killed. Vanny dropping down really low there, and Bopper just kinda typing kill in console there for a hot second, standing a little still.
Yeah, we have, I'm looking at the Uber percentage, still very close. Bopper hugging out behind, and still the time's very close as well, as we're still in the beginning of this one. Way up high is Goldfish, but gets taken down. Oh, but he gets Vanny too, so we have one of those soldier stalemate situations where they kill one another at the same time.
I honestly think in Medic v Medics, Nursey has a definite advantage. Jeez, how long has Nursey been playing Medic? Forever, it seems like. In Highlander and Sixes and everything. In Ultiduo, as you mentioned yourself later, Goldfish over here getting a little aggressive, but really lit onto the point. Bopper just can't seem to connect, but he manages to take down Vanny with that height advantage with his shotgun. Nursey over here playing Ring Around the Rosie, trying to avoid getting fragged, but no can do. Goldfish finds her with a rocket.
Yeah, getting some clarification on the grand final, as a matter of fact. We thought there was an advantage for the person in the upper bracket, but as a matter of fact, each of these guys, each of these teams, they have to win 2 maps, but each map is a best of 3 rounds. So that means that this blue map will be a best of 3 rounds, and then we'll be moving over, we'll have another best of 3 rounds. And each team, that in itself is a best of 3 too, because you need to win 2 maps. That makes sense.
It does make sense.
We'll get all to that. That's just a little housekeeping thing. Vanny, though, right now getting popped off of his nipple here as he's trying to rain down. We have the Uber Saw out from... Wow. We had a little try there by Bopper to kind of cause some damage, but standing on top again, Nursey and Vanny, and starting to pull away in terms of time here. And it really becomes a situation here where Goldfish needs to pop and force this Uber out of Nursey. He's going to try to milk as long as she can. Here comes Bopper's out with the Uber Saw, that'll help, but still not forced.
No, and honestly, a medic with a crossbow can be a really scary thing. I've been noticing as soon as Goldfish and Bopper leave spawn, Vanny hits Goldfish with a rocket and Nursey hits Bopper with a crossbow. So that's really been impeding their sort of march forward. And here we go, Goldfish finally getting the Uber forced out, but maybe it was a mistake for Bopper to follow him so far out. He is caught out and the death does go to him.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good. I mean, they had to do that. You have to get that force. But now let's see what the follow-up is. And if they can't build on this, it might be a long kind of conclusion here for Team Bopfish. Vanny kind of going around it. Oh, wow. Picks out Bopper there with some laser-like precision. Jumps up and wants to clean Goldfish up as well, who's maybe in a little bit of trouble health-wise. It's cleaned up too. So, I mean, again, it's... boy, this could be a headache this round for Team Bopfish. You really need to build. Once you force that Uber out, you can't just come out and die again, or it's pain, as Nursey now is at about 65% Uber. Nice shot by Banny, too.
Oh, really? It's just some really nice rockets being exchanged back and forth. Bopper trying to meet back up with his soldier as he gets popped up into the air, and Goldfish is really lit right now. He can't afford... there goes the crossfield rocket, and Banny picks up his, what, umpteenth kill. Honestly, this map has a significant advantage for Team Endgame.
Yeah, well, I mean, certainly right now, it's a nice force by Goldfish, but sort of running out of time on this round. We have seen Bopper and Goldfish come back from behind, though. We've seen them both come from a big time disadvantage, and we've also seen them come back from a round disadvantage, though, too. So we know in the back of our heads here, if you like to track the story of this tournament, Bopfish have it in them to come from behind, and they certainly are trying to play that underdog role, though Banny's got Goldfish up in the air, and you can't do much there. This round may go the way, more than likely, of Team Endgame. Banny and Nursey, we'll see how it plays out. They still gotta earn it.
I wouldn't be surprised. A little medic going down there. Nursey actually gets taken down right there. Goldfish jumps in, then Bopper picks up a nice frag onto Banny with his crossbow. So big shout outs to that. Sort of the medic distraction play kind of worked. Bopper wrapped around and ubersawed Nursey while Banny wasn't looking.
Well, yeah, I feel like in Ultiduo, you know, you've got to be adaptable. You have the style of play. It's, you know, you kind of have your plays and you know what you're doing most of the time, but sometimes you can mix it up a little bit, you know? Maybe you'll come in behind or just send the medic straight in with the Ubersaw or something wacky, and sometimes it works. Not always. You can mix up your strategy sometime. That's my point, and sometimes it works as we have a little dance around the point here. Uber popped off.
Absolutely, and it does look like it's a wild goose chase around these steps right here. Goldfish trying desperately to get a pick onto Nursey, not quite happening until finally collapses on top of her. So it's Banny left alone, and Banny's gonna be pressuring Bopper. He takes down Goldfish, and it's just Bopper v Banny right now. Can he pull out another crossbow kill? I don't think so. Banny decided to go back to meet up with his medic, and Bopper's gonna meet up with his soldier, and they're gonna try and contest this point right now.
Well, Bopper and Goldfish really need to sort of, I guess, build on that momentum and sort of start the steamroll from that Uber they got, and they kind of weren't able to do it as out comes the Uber saw, here comes Nursey, trying to get her little, trying to get a frag, not going to work out, nice kill there. Now, we're into overtime, Red do own the point, but we're looking at 3 minutes 20, which is quite a while.
That was almost a really great serve trying to contest that point from Nursey, but she's going to meet back up with Banny, going to buff him up and send him in. Goldfish going to do a nice bit of aerial denial right there. He's going to take that high ground and try and punish Banny for jumping. It looks like he's going to reload, jump up there, and gets popped up into the air himself. This sort of crossbows flying right and left, and Goldfish finally just getting decimated by Banny there. Bopper is left alive, gets taken down as well by that punishing shotgun, and that's going to be a cap and a round for Team Endgame.
All right, so as we said, this each map is a best of 3 in and of itself, and so, you know, Goldfish and Bopper, they started off the last match we saw down 1-0, and they won 2 rounds in a row. Let's see if they can do it here. Goldfish is up on top right away, wants to try to get out to an early start and maybe kind of build on it. Little rockets, but Goldfish really hurt and goes down first, and Bopper, might be time to kill bind, maybe? Yes, no?
Oh, no, Danziger in the point. Maybe he could go for the Ubersaw. It wasn't happening anytime soon, and Goldfish is sort of left alone. And Bopper's gonna spawn real soon, and Goldfish actually 1v2s and picks up a nice frag there onto Banny, but not before getting punished by Nursey's crossbow. So Bopper's just gonna sort of sit and spawn, maybe can get up a frag right there, but nobody's capped the point yet so far. This air shot there by Goldfish.
Well, we have a reset, but difficulty is that now there's a huge Uber advantage for Nursey, who makes it even bigger getting off the Uber saw, and wow, maybe doesn't even have to heal, can just get her Uber off the Uber saws alone, who knows.
Absolutely, big shoutouts to Yoshi52 for subscribing to EVL for 5 months in a row. Goldfish jumping in there.
Nursey dropped Uber, I believe.
Oh my god.
Well, we were congratulating there. Come on, Yoshi. Yoshi knows better than to sub during an Uber drop. Well, that's a huge thing, and now Goldfish and Bopper, though, they have to build on this. This is kind of becoming the theme, is okay, here we go. This is all right. If you're a fan of Bopper and Goldfish, you might be frustrated that, you know, they get these big moments, and then they die right after. So they're looking to maybe build on this if they can. 38% Uber for Bopper, really attacking right away as Bopper goes down. Banny is playing for keeps.
Oh my god, the surf! Almost
Nice
not
play
quite
there.
having it. Goldfish was in death territory right there, but he managed to reload enough to get Nursey down there, and that was actually a really entertaining exchange. And here we go, Goldfish jumping straight out of his spawn onto the point. He knows he's gonna defend it. Banny, sort of punishing. Oh, that air shot though, coming out there, and Goldfish cleans up Banny with a nice frag right there. Nursey getting juggled in the air by the shotgun and just getting dominated by Goldfish.
Here we go, some slam dunks by Goldfish, or Holdfish as he's being called in chat. But again, Banny, every time Banny comes out of spawn when they're in a disadvantaged situation, you just see him like, it's like junkyard dog, like coming in for blood as he's got Goldfish down real low. They're gonna sneak away though. But Banny just looks like, oh my lord, he doesn't sit back. I don't know if stop or slow is in his vocabulary. He's gonna just reload here and then go on the offensive again, right in on Bopper, who finally pops. So they did get that force, but Goldfish meanwhile was cleaning up Nursey. Needs to get Banny though here now. He's gonna get the little health pack. This is not as big of a map as the other, but it's still big enough that you can jump away and kind of do these kind of plays as Banny just kind of delays that was.
Oh, absolutely. Just gives him the run around, jump from corner to corner, and then finally go in towards the point once he has his buff, once he has his medic, and just sort of beats Goldfish off that high ground. Goldfish is going to get really into Nursey right here and manages to take him down. Banny takes... Oh, gets a nice 2K onto Goldfish and Bopper right there.
Doing it with the shoddy, boom body.
Mm-hmm. That 1-2 shot.
Yeah, it's just kind of reloading here. Now, Red's still on the point, but Blue just camp it right back. Banny doing it himself. Waiting, the medics are, well, slight advantage for Nursey here, who came up just kind of a little bit earlier. Banny gets popped off here, and maybe an important point in this match here is the times are still kind of even, and whoever can come out on top here in this fight as Goldfish goes down might win themselves kind of a sizable time advantage.
Yeah, Banny's
gonna chase down Bopper.
Mercilessly juggling Goldfish whenever he jumps. You just see Goldfish pop up in the air once, twice, and then dead.
Well, Team Endgame are going to take the time advantage here. Goldfish with the jump off the wall in on Banny. Lots of good damage on him. Can he clean him up? And he does get Banny. Nursey now going to try with this crossbow, hitting some nice arrows. Uh-oh. Ring around the rosy, as they say. Down goes Nursey. So Red going to get this point right back. And we've kind of equalized here, it feels like a little bit, as maybe Goldfish has kind of found his groove a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely, I can dig it. He gets thrown across the map, and sort of Bopper is left out in the cold, trying desperately to throw some clutch crossbows in there. It's not quite enough as the soldiers do trade, and it's medic being medic, and I'm gonna give it to... Ooh, Nursey has 6 HP, 9, 12, Bopper has 70. Oh, Bopper doesn't quite get it. He stayed in too long, got baited out.
It's very close there. Bopper very nearly picking out there. See, Goldfish stays... Oh, no, he gets taken down. Speaking of crossbows. Very impressive by Nursey there, who's just going to kind of hide behind, get the cap right back. It's important. It might seem like a little silly thing to just stay on there long enough for the cap, but we don't see caps back and forth too often on these maps. It is important to own it, even as these fights are going down. Lots of back and forth here. Real low is Goldfish. He gets cleaned up first. Banny's still low. Could very... Oh, wow. Takes a little crossbow by his own man, which will heal him.
He'll be fine. Here we go. Goldfish once more getting ready for the big jump, and he's gonna take it. Gets absolutely dunked on by that rocket. Once more fails to jump up on there, and he is just gonna say absolutely not gonna jump to this health pack. Instead, Banny smelling blood goes in there. Bopper is running around with his uber saw out. Can't decide if Banny is hurt enough to really go in for that, but we're here at once more as equilibrium is saying. Goldfish jumps in for Nursey and then craters off of her, so it's just Banny versus Bopper, and I don't think that's gonna happen. It's not gonna turn out real well.
Duking and dunking here a little bit. Oh, gets... Oh!
Oh my god.
Gets away. The rocket, though, had already been fired by Banny right before he died, and it did manage to take Bopper down. Goldfish going to try the solo cap here. The point belongs currently to Blue, but Goldfish is going to eke it out. And the time's still very close out, I mean, this is a very close round. Goldfish and Bopper, if you're just joining us, they need to win this round to stay alive on this map. This is the first map of a best of 3 maps. It's kind of like an inception of best of 3.
A nesting doll of best of 3s.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Goldfish over here doing a really nice job jumping around there, but Banny's gonna take him out, and Bopper valiantly trying to go in with his uber saw meets the business end of Banny's shotgun, so that's not gonna happen. But you know, I kind of believe in the comeback kids right now. That would be Goldfish and Bopper sort of pulling it out here. This entire match they've been really close on times with the other team.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we see that Team Blue has, a nice there. Nursey actually was trying to get to get the crossbow and didn't get it. She is at 92%. Ubersaw is out. If she can hit one, she'll get it. Still can't do it. Down to 50% and gets finally taken down. That's actually a very big moment there because Nursey was ever so close to holding on. But now Bopper and Goldfish going with the theme with this match. Can they build on this and can they hold on and kind of steamroll this? We'll see.
It was actually really good for Nursey to stay in there too because she delayed the cap long enough for Banny to spawn and then bait Goldfish into her soldier. Banny gets taken out here. Didn't quite get any heals on him. Nursey's over here. Ubersaw's out, but nobody's really lit enough for her to take him out, and she does go down. Goldfish
now
has
Bopper
the
about
point.
to get his. Bopper has Uber now as well, so sitting pretty is Team Red. Oh, and he drops the Uber! Banny came right in and knew exactly what to do, delivering there with a big drop onto Bopper. Goldfish now ringing the doorbell to get in, but it's not going to work. And so just as soon as we have that one big moment that he gets his Uber and kills Nursey, we have a drop. And so we've kind of reset here. Blue going to take the point right back. Man, oh man.
This is good. Both teams are within 20 seconds of each other. Goldfish jumping in hard and fast, trying to get some damage off onto Banny, but he has the height advantage, but Banny's just going to jump up here. They're going to try and shoot each other in the air, and Goldfish is so low. Banny does get finally taken down. Goldfish dropped down to 40 right there. Maybe if Nursey can get something happening? No. She stayed around that point too long. Goldfish reloaded, and here we go. We're going to see this offensive coming out from Team Endgame as Banny's going to jump right in onto Goldfish, try and get him off that point up into the air where he knows what to do with him. And here we do see Goldfish sort of being juggled around right here. He gets really low, down to 50 health. He's going to reconnect with Bopper and sort of give up his stake on the point right there.
I don't know, Goldfish, I don't know if he'll mount here. He stood on top, was just sort of reloading. Meanwhile, Banny was being healed up by Nursey. We'll see how this fight ends up. Real low as Banny gets cleaned up. And now Goldfish, you need the medic though too, because we know Nursey can do a hell of a lot of damage. Nice there, getting the rocket on the strange angle. And we're going to have a hell of a finish. Atwas, this is some of the best back and forth we've had all night.
Absolutely, looks like they really turned it on after that match on Koth Ultiduo coming back 2-1. Here we go, Bopper does finally pop out his Uber, and Nursey gets taken down really early, so they need to pick up a frag onto Banny, or else he's just gonna jump around the entire map. He's at a full 200, and Bopper getting taken out in that sort of post-Uber, but not before Goldfish takes out Banny as well. So it's just sort of Bopper chilling here, reloading, waiting.
Goldfish, yeah, with 6 kills in this life. Blue gonna take it right back. When you have no heals, it is a huge disadvantage. Finally now Bopper's back out. There's going to be, well, the Ubers are actually quite even, believe it or not, as Nursey and Banny both cleaned up, and Goldfish has found it. He has hit the on button. He's punching it.
He got his
really
groove back, yo.
He is, yeah, Stella. But no, certainly Goldfish has been, just really doing it. Banny's going to come in and challenge, try to, taking a lot of damage, and I think that Banny and Nursey just need to kind of take a breath here and regain composure a little bit, maybe.
Oh, for sure, because they know that Bopper does have a bit of an advantage, so they want to put a little bit more pressure on him, force him out of the fight. Here we go, Banny flying and picking up the frag onto Bopper, leaving Goldfish up on the point, sort of dividing this sort of soldier medic combo, and he's going to be raining rockets down, trying to keep it, throwing it into overtime, actually, and that's the win.
Still
So
gets
it's
it, though, yeah.
1-1.
Yeah, I mean, if you had, say, 5 more seconds or something like that left there, could have been enough for a cap out of Team Blue, but we're going to the rubber round. This, I don't know what terminology to use, but anyway, whoever wins this one is going to win this map, and we will then move on to the second map. And right off the bat, Team Blue after a real good start.
Yeah, Endgame coming out really fierce, picking up an early frag onto Goldfish. Bopper also dies really late there while Goldfish is dancing around Nursey, trying to get her down here. She manages to survive with about 35 health. And so right now, Team Bopfish really just needs to get their spawns in order and get together once more before going out. As I say that, Goldfish jumps in here, Banny jumps back onto the point, they're in the air, and Goldfish is getting a bit of cap time on there. He's going for the frag, he's trying to get in there, Bopper's trying to stay in, but Nursey already has her Uber, she's gonna pop out to save her soldier, and Goldfish craters off of that. It's gotta hurt.
Really good, and Nursey playing a little smarter this time. You know, right after that first cap, she was down real low, but really wanted that Uber. They kind of went back, grabbed the health, and just playing a little safer maybe, and it pays off. I mean, we know how important those Ubers are, but we'll see now another Uber has been popped off. Who's going to get the better of this? Red trying to get their first cap, if possible. Goldfish way up high. Gets, oh no, not saved at all there, but just kind of another bad situation here. Is Bopper going to try to get some damage out if he can? And so Red still trying to capitalize here, they're going to want to come right at Nursey if possible, because if not, they might be looking at an Uber right in on Nursey. Surfs away and is kind of out of the fight here now.
Absolutely, Goldfish gets taken down, punished for that much aggression, and Bopper as well started running back to his spawn doors, doing the juke game with Banny. Finally meets that shotgun shot, pellet right to the face. Goldfish jumps in, tries to get more damage done, and actually does enough to Banny to take him out of the standing. However, Nursey has 100%. She's gonna pop her Uber. Oh my
Switches
God.
off just long enough to get the kill. That was nice. That was impressive. That was a good play.
I dig it. I dig it. I want some more. Like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Goldfish coming in here really lit, trying desperately to get in on Nursey, but she is gonna back up with 30 health and stay alive.
Is that a Tim McGraw lyric he just dumped out there? Wow. So that was calling I don't know what to say after that. Nursey's quite hurt. Goldfish and Bopper, I mean, they're behind by about a minute and a half, and again going down, and certainly the upper hand in this round has been Nursey and Banny. I don't know whether to give the credit to both of them, because I've been seeing a lot of great play out of Nursey. Has been getting a lot of Hoopers. Nursey's been up for 10 kills here.
I mean, that's pretty significant in a game where the soldiers are always thirsting for your blood and jumping in. Nursey is gonna get her Uber right about now. Yeah, now sounds good. Goldfish gonna jump in, try and get really aggressive. I'm sure they know that Nursey has Uber by now. She's been alive long enough, and Goldfish getting absolutely decimated by Banny right there. Bopper going in pretty deep with his soldier, but he's gonna get taken out as well, and Nursey held on.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a brick wall situation here, at least in this round. We've had a lot of back and forth, but Banny and Nursey very dominant. And again, like I said, I'm very willing. Oh, nice splash kill there by Grant. And, you know, toward the end of the last round, it was Goldfish doing this, and this time it's Banny doing this. Just very, seems unbeatable. And again, Nursey with an Uber. And if you're up against this many Ubers in a round of Ultiduo, you're going to need an Advil at the end of it all.
That's a really good way of putting it. Nursey picking up a kill onto Bopper there, just when Goldfish just got decimated out of the air by Banny. And as you were saying, this is sort of the position that Banny was in last round. Well, you know, you gotta take it, you gotta dish it, and Goldfish is just
15 points now.
Trying to get in there. Bopper has his Uber saw out, trying to maybe escape, great escape, 32 health. Meets up with Goldfish, buffs him out, maybe at least can hold on to some sort of Uber, but Nursey's just sitting pretty. She's got Uber, she knows she can pop whenever she wants to defend this, should she or Banny get low, and as I say that, boom, there goes the Uber, down goes Goldfish, and Bopper hits his kill bind.
Boom goes the dynamite. Well, now, if you're inside the head of Bopper and Goldfish, what you have to do is come in and you have to win this DM fight. It's very important. Goldfish is going to come right in, and just, again, Banny hitting such big shots, straight rockets. Oh, gets Goldfish again. Banny real low, but it doesn't matter. If you're going to win that fight, you could be at 1 HP. It doesn't matter too much at once.
Yeah, so long as you don't get picked up by the medic on your way out, right?
Well, there's that, yeah.
I mean, Nursey's been hitting some nasty crossbows, but again, Bopper's been doing his fair share of damage dealing as well, but maybe not to that extent. We finally see more of extended skirmish going on here. Both shotguns are out, and both soldiers are really low. They have to reload, maybe throw some more rockets out right now, but it doesn't look like Goldfish is going to be able to take that point. He didn't do enough damage. Shotgun shots didn't, they didn't connect enough, you know what I mean?
Well, Banny and Nursey have their Uber. Bopper's real close, painfully close. He's at 90 right now. I don't know if they...
Getting the saw.
He gets his Uber
I
saw.
believe...
He can pop off and just kind of guard the point here. I question how much of a difference it'll make. I would almost question if Bopper should have just almost gone right straight for Nursey to try to get the force himself.
I don't know, it made enough of a difference to flash Goldfish in on his jump, so that's going to give him a slight advantage onto Banny right now, but Nursey just pops off her own Uber nonchalantly. You know, no big deal, went down to about 12 health, almost died, but it's okay, I saved my soldier. So Banny's going to take this point. Goldfish is left 48 health. I don't know how he's still alive, but he's doing a number on Banny right now. Oh my god. Nursey takes him out with an Uber saw, and it's medic v medic, but it doesn't matter because that is 2-1 endgame. First map goes to Banny and Nursey.
Very impressive. There was no back and forth to that round at all, was there? That was very decisive, if we can say anything about it. That
is a
particular
good
round.
word for it. I agree.
Well, I mean, one thing I can say in that round was how many times did we see Banny while playing up on the point, how many times did he pop and juggle Goldfish straight up? And
So many,
if
oh
you've
my
played
god.
Soldier in Ultiduo, you know that if you get popped straight up in the air like that, it's very difficult to do anything about it. And I just saw Goldfish getting shot straight up in the air a lot of times. And, you know, I'm not saying it was a decisive factor, but it's tough to do it when you're just popped up that much.
I mean, you can't control the other team's DM, and if you just, no matter how well you jump in, no matter how fast the bomb is, how low, how high, however well you serve, if the rockets hit, at the end of the day, there just isn't much you can do about it, you know?
You got it. Well, listen, that is the first map, and so we're now moving on momentarily here to the next map. As we mentioned, it is each team needs to win 2 maps. Another way to say that is that it's a best of 3 maps. And each map is a best of 3. I'm still looking for the optimal way to say that with words, you know?
We're doing a double best of 3 right now, which
Yes.
within the best of 3, you also have to win the best of 3s, because nothing makes me happier than doing best of 3 tongue twisters. Ah.
Well, listen, it's going to take a few minutes here while we change up the maps and whatnot, so why don't we take a really quick break here. We want to thank you again for watching and staying with us here on EVL TV. If you'd like to look at some stuff while we take a break, I mean, you can go look at the shirts. Selling shirts and posters and things. Go
Hop
do that.
on over to evl.gg, check out the sweet merch, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
See you soon. Hey,
Alright.
we're back! Hey, so, well, we're both bringing you back in. Atlas is here and Get a Whale's here. Hi.
Hi. Wait, which one is Atlas and which one is Get a Whale? I'm confused
I
now.
don't know.
Oh,
How do I know
jeez.
which one to? How do I know which one to kill?
Oh god. Is this what it's come down to? A 1v1 to the death, Thunderdome style? Let's do it, Get a Whale. Microphones only.
Here in the casting booth. Well, we're getting ready to begin here on the second map of this grand final. It is the Battle Royale Ultiduo grand final. That's what we're doing right here on a Sunday.
Absolutely, doing the second map of our best of 3 maps.
Yep.
Within which we will have a best of 3 rounds to determine who takes the second map within the best of 3 maps.
Right.
Right.
Koth Ultiduo is the map, and we saw it already earlier this evening. We played, of course, Baloo, which you might recognize.
And by recognize, I'm pretty sure everyone who's played Ultiduo has played Baloo, although a lot of people do have a significant preference for this map, and I do see why, as we are going live right now. How about you take it over?
I'm taking it over. I'm looking at Goldfish cam. That's Team Blue up against Nursey and Danny. Goldfish with that big fatty overheal. We're gonna whittle down these overheals here and see who's a real man among these soldiers here. Right, first to drop down is Banny. Goldfish gonna follow him down, and nothing crazy here just yet. Although I'm looking at Nursey, who I feel like Nursey's wanting to maybe get some attacks out, some attacks real low as Goldfish. He's down to about 20 HP. Him and Bopper go down about the same time in this first cap, going down to Banny and Nursey.
Yeah, Bopper getting separated from his Goldfish right there. He didn't really want to try and meet up there. He just ran around with his Uber saw out, and where he could have been putting out heals, maybe that gave his soldier well, it definitely gave his soldier a significant disadvantage, and it looks like Goldfish is going to jump up, try and get on Nursey. Nursey pops Uber, Bopper gets taken down, so that was a pretty nice bait there, and Goldfish is going to get cleaned up by Banny, and the point is going to be ticking down.
Yep, absolutely, you know, Team Blue, they want their first cap, but there's plenty of time. Obviously, you're looking at the timers, 5 minutes aside. You know, this grand final, I mean, the winner of this, there's a lot on the line. We'll talk a little bit about that later, but the winners get twice as much as the second place, or losers, also known as. Goldfish taking a lot of damage here. Shotties are out, but loses again, and right off the bat here, I think that Goldfish is maybe trying to look for an advantage. Any kind of advantage he can get. Seems to be losing a lot of these DM fights out west.
Absolutely, and Nursey has just been doing a great job of staying alive. She's approaching
Yep.
Uber once more, which will be really easy to defend with. And here we go, Goldfish finally sort of jumps Banny into himself, goes behind, tries to get on Nursey, gets her. Bopper is still alive, manages to meet up with Goldfish,
Okay.
and oh, nice, takes out both of them. Nice play
So
there.
they want to get this cap real quick. We talked about how the point cap's a little faster here. Goldfish botching his little jump there, trying to get up above. Banny right up in the face,
Ooh.
high fives, and a really quick kill onto Goldfish. Surprisingly so, I would almost say. Down goes King Bopfish again, and right going to take this right back. My lord, that was like a turbocharged rocket or something like that.
The
It's a very
power
quick
of
kill.
directs.
Well, there you have it, and Goldfish jumping as well. You know, you don't see, obviously in Ultiduo, you don't see gunboats. That would be ridiculous and stupid, and so you know, they're taking full damage from these jumps anytime they take to the skies. That's obvious, maybe to most people. Maybe not everyone though.
Here we go, shotgun v shotgun happening right now, and Banny actually gets the advantage in that one, takes down both Goldfish and Bopper. Although, I mean, I can imagine people run gunboats every once in a while.
No, I don't know. Maybe none of this top level.
Sort of a
I mean,
handy, not at this level, but certainly is a handicap for sure.
Look
Goldfish
at
jumps in here, forces it.
Goldfish real aggressive. Well, I mean, they knew they needed that force there.
Mhm.
They're already falling way behind on time here. Coming up on a 2-minute differential here. The Uber's forced, and again, we need to see Bopper and Goldfish follow up on this force and see what they can do here. Banny taking now real bad, as the first team to go down low is Blue, and you're kind of opening yourself up to a little more splash.
Oh, yeah.
Laser-seeking rocket there, taking down Bopper. As you're going down that ramp at Watts, as you're going down the ramp is what I just said.
Close enough.
You're opening yourself up to splash damage on that wall.
Oh, for sure, and not to mention off of every single platform, it's really sort of a dangerous place to be. It's not, you can't surf out of the rockets there, you just hit stuff all the time.
Yeah, so right now, just kind of waiting for the time to drop down as Goldfish. You really sort of need to drop down in unison, although maybe not. Bopper healing from up above. A pick on a Nursey there. Banny, though, with full health still. Let's see who wins this 1v1. And again, it's Banny. And Goldfish not winning these 1v1s. Bopper's just hanging in there. Juking around.
Wanted him to pick up the frag, not quite. Banny was
Bopper's
really low there.
Still up, finally now. Wow. Bopper was kind of dead to rights there for quite a while.
Yeah, really nice comeback there. Nice play by Banny, taking out after that Nursey got taken out. And here we go. Bopper and Goldfish once more getting a little aggressive. By a little, I mean a lot, as Nursey's gonna get shot out of the air. Nice little splash air shot going on there. Banny comes out with the revenge. Soldier v medic going on here, and Banny takes out Bopper with a shotgun shot.
Well, I mean, Banny's been the star to me so far on this map. You know, Banny's obviously a well-known player, but there's a reason he's genuinely skilled. I think most of the reason that his team is up by about 3 minutes or more has been his play so far.
Absolutely.
We've seen, oh, well, he gets taken down there.
Goldfish trying to get the follow-up frag onto Nursey right now. He's super low. Good thing he didn't get killed right there. That would have been embarrassing, but finally meets up with his medic back on the point, and they're finally going to get a little bit more time right here, but not before the clock ticks past 1 minute for team endgame. And so Banny's just going to come in here, and it looks like they're going to try the wraparound thing again. Nursey staying up top a little longer, dropping down onto Goldfish and Bopper, and wow, Banny's taking a lot of damage right here. Nursey as well. It's just, if Goldfish can clean this up, this would be great, but no, he gets taken out. Banny's showing out a really nice rocket and picking up Bopper as well. Whew, for a while there, it looked like it'd go the other way.
Well, yeah, I mean, players were kind of surrounded. It was kind of a strange box kind of fight, but again, you know, the key word, or compound word, if you like, is follow-up. And, you know, Bopper and Goldfish, they've had their moments, but they just don't seem to be able to follow up on them. It seems like next time Banny and Nursey come out, they just kill them right away, and, you know, they can't seem to get any momentum at once.
Yeah, that's definitely seems to be the case, as Goldfish just kind of got rocketed straight out of spawn, craters there on the downfall, and Bopper's just left alive, trying to throw some crossbows out, trying to support a soldier as best he can, but when it comes down to it, you're kind of thrown on the meat grinder as soon as you leave spawn, and ooh, Goldfish getting demolished there by some really good shotgun shots. Bopper looking to hit his kill bind, and the time keeps ticking down. That is 10 seconds left on the clock, and so the other team really has to get proactive, and they need to get in a position to follow up and hit that hold. Here we go, Bopper throwing down some pressure, and then Goldfish finally winning the 1v1. Nursey popping Uber to sort of block this point off. She has her Uber saw, she's swinging, she's alternating, she's dancing around here, shiny and red, and finally Banny comes in.
Oh my lord.
Takes out Bopper, gets on a Goldfish, takes him out too, and overtime. Wow, that was a really good play.
Well, I love that play of being in the middle of your Uber, hitting an Uber saw shot to essentially extend your Uber. You know, I'm not saying that's an amazing technical skill or anything like that, but it's an awesome little sneaky thing, as the first round on this map does, of course, go pretty handily to Banny and Nursey. Very impressive, as a matter of fact. What do we got?
For sure. And here we go. The onus right now is on Goldfish and Bopper. They need to pick up this round. They need to put up more of a fight and really get it together. Here we go. Exchange happening. Banny is having a bit of trouble with his health, and so is Nursey. Nursey actually goes down really early there. Goldfish gets a nice rocket onto her, but not before the air crossbow from Bopper takes out Banny in revenge for Bopper's fallen teammate. That was pretty dope. Not gonna lie.
Dope. It was pretty dank, as we see here, just kind of patrolling the upper area right now is Banny, and dropping down finally. If you're Goldfish and Bopper, you've got to really make it happen here. Bopper's at 75%, but he's at 20 HP and goes down, and losing that amount of Uber has got to sting if you're Bopper.
And gaining that amount of Uber off of Goldfish has got to feel really good for Nursey too, because she just went from like 40 to 70 in 0 seconds flat. Here we go, Goldfish getting really aggressive, trying to get in onto Nursey, manages to take her out before she approaches Uber, and then, Bopper throwing it out with an Uber saw of his own onto Banny and picking up the frag.
Now let's see the follow-up. Let's see Bopfish turn this into some momentum, because watch Banny when he comes out of this door here. It's just full blast right away. Goldfish can't even find him. Goldfish is taking so much damage, just disoriented. Now he can drop down. Bopper's got heals, and they can just kind of back away a little bit. They do own this point, but Banny is just playing for keeps right here. We'll talk about prizes again in a little moment. Bopper again just losing all of that Uber, and I don't know, it just still feels like the upper hand belongs to Banny and Nursey, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Ooh, Nursey killing Goldfish finally with a really nice crossbow. As we're talking about prizes, first place winner actually does get the team gets 2 customized poster and a prize pot of 20 keys, which is not an insignificant amount. And here we go, Goldfish once more meeting up with his medic, trying to get down here. Banny going in with a really aggressive jump here. It's sort of denied by Goldfish, and they're just jumping around right here. Banny's at 30 health, separated from his medic, Nursey, but gets the pickup frag onto Bopper, but not before Goldfish takes him down as well, and it's just Nursey v Goldfish. Nursey's got 134, and her crossbow stings, let me tell you what. So Goldfish is going to try and get an opening here, and finally meets back up with his medic.
Well, I mean, Nursey doing a great job there to kind of, you know, just dance around, and now the Ubers are going to be fairly even here, so we'll see who just kind of wins this damn fight. Up comes Goldfish, a little surprise bomb in, but gets taken down again, and I'm not seeing what I need to see out of Goldfish if, you know, if they're serious about taking this round.
Absolutely.
Not yet. Still to happen. Plenty of time to go.
He could pull it out. Here he goes. He jumps up, gets separated from Bopper though, so maybe Bopper's gonna go down, but Banny just gets rocketed out. Nursey gets taken down by Goldfish, and Goldfish is still up, but it's just Bopper. Bopper maybe could throw something out here. Banny was at 34, but the shotgun hurts a lot more, and it fires a lot faster than the crossbow.
So again, gonna lose. I mean, we're still gonna have fairly equal Ubers, and so a lot of these are just DM fights. The difference in time is gonna be about a minute here. If Banny and Nursey win this map, that's it. They win this whole thing, and so it is literally do or die time for Goldfish and Bopper here, who need to sort of get something going, even though there is a lot of time. Banny's down to 13 in craters, but now you gotta take Nursey down. Get that med, get that med. There we go. And again, they need to cap this point, and then what do they need to do, Atwas? I'm testing you. This is a quiz.
It's a compound word, follow up.
Starts with an F, yeah. Bopper has Uber down to 14, milking away. He does not want to lose this one, and now is forced to pop. He can't get back in the door. Ding bong.
Ding dong, someone let me in. Hello. Banny just gonna jump in, knock Bopper away from the door, pick up the frag, and then Goldfish. It's the prank, bro.
They did a door prank where they, So unfortunately for Goldfish and Bopper, you know, I mean, it was good by Bopper to hold on and milk, but there's a line you need to cross with that milking where it becomes useless to have the Uber, and that's kind of what we saw.
Like, Getaway, what do you want to see from Team Bopfish right now? Because they're trying and they're doing some great things, but they just can't seem to make it happen.
Well, I need, the first thing is, I've got to wonder, I mean, we see Nursey and Banny Ubering again. I'd like to look at the stats, because it seems like every round, Nursey's popping off 3 or 4 or 5 Ubers, and you just can't win when that's happening. And so Goldfish needs to, I mean, it sounds harsh to say, but he's got to hit every shot. He needs to hit all of his rockets perfectly, and he can't miss because Banny's not missing. And again, we see Banny just cleaning up. I mean, it hasn't been close so far, Atlas.
Right.
So, I mean, a lot of it, I mean, positioning, of course, is a lot. There's a lot to this game, but I think Goldfish needs to start by hitting everything.
Absolutely.
What was that?
I think big shoutouts to Nursey, who walks that fine line of exactly knowing when to get aggressive. Ooh, dirty air shot there from Banny, throwing Goldfish down into the ground, finishing him off, and it is just Bopper throwing out that Uber saw. But yeah, as I was saying, Nursey just knows when to get aggressive with her Uber saws, with her crossbows, and when to back off. And it seems like Bopper just seems to be getting caught in situations and maybe even being left out to dry by Goldfish. Goldfish getting in really aggressive, trying to jump in there, trying to get the kill on a Nursey. Nursey drops down to like 7 health. Oh,
it's a really good effort. Now, is he going to come right in again on Nursey? And Nursey pops the Uber. It doesn't matter. I feel like right now Goldfish and Bopper need to maybe take a breath a little bit and calm down. I have no idea what their comms are like right now, if they even have comms. Ultiduo is kind of a quiet mode in that way, but they need to just chill and just play their game right here. And if Goldfish hits all his shots, it's going to help a lot.
Absolutely, and they are putting pressure on the point right now. It's going to force Banny to come down there and just dunk on Goldfish, rocket him right into the ground. Bopper is caught out playing ring around the girder right there, and he's going to meet the business end of Banny's shotgun. And there are 55 seconds left on the clock, and it's ticking down. It looks like Endgame's going to take this really easily. And while I did say that maybe they had the advantage on Ultiduo Baloo, it just seems that mobility-wise and teamwork-wise, they seem to have the advantage on this map as well. Ooh,
Okay.
Nursey! Oh,
Still going down is Goldfish, unfortunately. Bopper's still in, but a lot of HP to tick off of Vanny there. I don't think it's going to happen. And again, we see Bopper going down. If you're maybe joining us here on EVL TV from the European event that was going on, we welcome you. This is kind of the do or die time here. This is the last round that if Vanny and Nursey win this one, this is going to be the tournament for them. And so Goldfish and Bopper need to make it happen here. Nursey is at 45%. She's not going to get her Uber. So this is really just a DM fight. It comes down to just who's going to win this one. Nursey's in. She's thinking about maybe an Uber saw. Good heals being put up by Nursey. Jumping up above is Vanny. This fight is kind of broken down a bit. Bopper had taken out his crossbow and had decided that, but this could perhaps be it here.
I don't know. The spawns are coming in. I'm looking for some clutch jumps. Vanny's there waiting at the door, sort of juggling him back into spawn. Goldfish, it was a nice attempt by him. He's going to go out the other way, get on that point. They know they need to get on there. They need to cap or else they will lose. And there's a lot on the line here. It looks like they're actually going to let him cap. Just jump down. Don't want to mess with any overtime. Vanny's going to get in there, get on Goldfish, throw out nasty amounts of damage, take him down, get it on Bopper. Bopper's throwing around that Uberson, gets skill sticked for the last kill of the round, and that is...
We have
oh my god. She popped before they capped.
We have the pose, then realize you can't cap while Ubered, and then pose again. As they do come and are successful with the victory there, Vanny and Nursey, in very convincing fashion, winning this Battle Royale Ultiduo tournament. I've got to say, it was not something where Vanny and Nursey rolled all the way through. We had very close play on the previous maps, but on this very final KOF Ultiduo, they kind of ran away with it, Atlas.
Absolutely, and I think that Goldfish and Bopper did a very good job in their own right, clawing their way back up out of that loser bracket, winning against Tiptoe and Psy, and getting second place, which has, you know, pretty good prize of its own.
You know, I don't like to call it the loser bracket. I like to call it the second chance bracket.
Second chance bracket.
It's just
I
a
like
nicer
that.
way to think of it.
that
But
up.
it is the loser bracket. We all know that.
Wow.
Certainly, we saw a lot of great play out of Goldfish and Bopper, and actually, they played really well, coming from behind, actually, in the lower bracket. After being down one round, they came back 2 rounds in a row to win, but just couldn't put it together in that grand final. They will still win 10 keys, and they'll get their 2 nice posters, courtesy of Uber Chain. Those posters are awesome, and they're actually customized, featuring their team name and their usernames. Bopfish. But getting twice of that, Team Vanny and Nursey, they're going to get 20 keys. Nothing to huff at, whatever the hell that means. And the posters as well. Yeah, I mean, we want to thank everyone that came and tuned in. It's worth noting, actually, as well, that this is the first tournament that we did at EVL using the new automated tool called Jukebox. I don't know if we saw it on the camera, but it's all kind of a lot of automation to it. It automatically shows score and whatnot, so kind of an exciting thing for EVL. How about we talk about what else EVL offers, Atlas? You got a shirt.
I do. I have a shirt. I'm so
Got
excited.
your own shirt.
Yeah, own shirt, worked on the design and everything, and guess what? If you like what I do here, and you want to appreciate me and have me show you copious amounts of gratitude, you can pick up caster shirts at evl.gg, and 65% of the proceeds go to either me or Deer, depending on which shirt you buy. And as the seasons go on, more casters will get their shirts out, and you can vote with your wallet, so to speak. And that's another thing, is that EVL is looking for casters and cameramen. We're trying to expand coverage, trying to make everything happen, and there are opportunities for compensation.
That's true. There are opportunities for compensation, which is always nice. But there are mentors that are going to be available and kind of working with anyone that comes forward to do this kind of thing. So if you think you can cast just as good as Get a Whale and Atlas, I mean, come and do it. It's really, you'd be surprised. You know, it's not the hardest thing in the world. It just takes practice and whatnot, and EVL's here to help you with it. So check it out. Obviously, evl.gg is the website. All the details are on there. I think that's just about everything we had to mention. Is there, are we forgetting anything?
I don't believe we are, other than, you know, stay tuned in. We do Highlander, we do sixes, we do fours, we do Ultiduo. There are going to be more Battle Royale events in the future, and a big thank you to everyone who turned out and played in the tournament, and of course everybody who came and watched the final cast.
And yeah, give some hearts in Twitch chat to Kinch as well, who was our production person and did camera all throughout this day, through the lower and upper bracket and grand final. Sat there and made it all look pretty for you guys. But I think that's it. I thank you guys for having me on here at EVL, and I'll let you close us off, Atwas.
Absolutely, it's been great casting with you, Get a Whale, and with that, good night, everyone.
Good night.